Going.
So there is a common problem with rear driven mowers where the back wheels lock up as the engine is running and you are trying to pull the mower back. As you can see on this particular mower, the rear wheels are really worn out, whereas the front wheels have quite a bit of thread left on them. This is probably over 8 years worth of use. But what the problem is, you have a belt that transmits power to the transmission. This is a little gizmo we made to fix the problem. So this is what I'm trying to show you, how to fix the problem if you have the patience to do it. It took me over a couple of days to do it. So the pulley, as you can see with the Dremel tool, I put in some teeth where the idea is to have this plate come down and actually engage into place and not allow transmission power from the belt to go into the transmission. So the way the system works, inside the wheels there are a couple of one-way clutches. So as the engine spins, this thing actually turns, and at some point in time it starts pushing the mower. As you can see right now, it's pushing the mower forward. Once you stop turning this wheel and you go forward just a little bit more, as you go back, now the wheels are free. But as soon as this starts turning again, it starts catching on the wheels. And right now if you try to pull back, the wheels are locked. So this is the problem that the transmission is actually experiencing. Back up the video a little bit, I'll show you. When we pull the handle, you can see this spring being moved. This is the cable that actually puts tension on the belt to engage the transmission. So the more tension you put on it, the more power you transmit to this pulley that turns the wheels. So we have a little bit of a ramp here that I've made that's laying right on top of the cable. So as soon as I pull it a little bit, you can see this engages from the pulley. You see, so when I try to engage the wheels, this lifts up and the pulley is free to spin with the power transmitted through the belt from the motor. But as soon as I release it, now it's locked. Now the transmission can no longer receive power from the mower. So this is the problem that we're actually trying to do. So once this engages, if the mower moves forward a little bit, when you move it back, there is no way for this pulley to go forward, engage the wheels, so that when you pull back, the wheels are actually locked. That's a very common problem with this particular mowers and this particular design. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start it up for you so you can see how it runs without this transmission stop and how it runs with it. So let me fire it up. You're probably not going to be able to hear me. But here we go. Could see before that the pulley was actually spinning with no activation of the cable. So I was not trying to drive the thing forward, but enough power was kept being transmitted to where this pulley would spin. And as it spun, you would engage the back wheels, and when you try to pull back, as you can see, they're locked. So by doing this little mechanism right here that lifts up and out of the way every time we activate the cable, this can spin freely. When we release it, it locks it in place. Now the wheels can move freely backwards without locking up and tearing up your grass and just aggravating you by being a heavy mower that you have to pull back. So this pretty much concludes my presentation of how to fix this. I think you actually need a couple of days to do this. That's how long it took me with a Dremel. I wish you the best of luck if you find this to be a good fix. Thank you. And